Hey, this is Eddie, and welcome to another episode of Eddie Home and Life Unstyled. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 essentials of what every bedroom should have. If you need help with your bedroom, keep watching. I'm going to give you a few tips. The number one important thing that always catches my attention and always keeps me in my bedroom is a color palette. A nice, calming color palette. So my favorite colors are creams and golds and warm silvers together, right? I always kind of gravitate towards that. So obviously it's not a mystery that my bedroom ended up this color. But when I say calming colors, your favorite color may be purple. Just pick a hue in the purples that are calming, and everything doesn't have to be the same color. You can do different shades of gray, different shades of creams and whites, different shades of purple. So as long as you stay in that vernacular, as long as you stay in that hue, then it will be calming. I call it a monochromatic color scheme. So I pick one color, say a gray, and then I use different variations of that gray, and I don't stray very far from it. And even when I use another color, like the cream that I have here, there's a lot of gray in it. So it's a monochromatic color scheme. The next important thing that I would say is that your extra seating in your bedroom. The bed is like so important. Don't ever sit on it. You always make it up. And the last thing you do is touch the bed with your street clothes on that you've been walking around in, sitting on park benches or airports, Lord forbid, and you come bring that to the bed and just sit on my bed. I'm OCD about that. I'm not OCD about a lot of things, but I'm OCD about that. Don't touch my bed with your street clothes on. So because of that, number one kind of fight for me, but number 2 in the extra seating has to happen. Always have a chair somewhere. You want to sit down, you want to put your shoes on. You shouldn't have to sit on your bed for that. You shouldn't have to run back to your bed to do a lot of things. So extra seating is very important to my zen in the bedroom. Number 3 important thing in a bedroom is going to be your lighting. I wouldn't say that in that order, but it's very, very important. It's like your trilogy, okay? Part of the trilogy. You have to have all 3. Lighting, seating, and monochromatic calming color palette. So lighting, overhead lighting, which is gonna go on your ceiling, and then you always want task lighting or lighting that you can control very easily. So if I only have overhead, I'm gonna have to get up out of the bed to go turn on the light every time I want to control the light. That's no fun. I can't be in my zen. I can't be comfortable. I gotta get up to turn on the light to be able to see anything, yada, yada, yada. I gotta use my phone to see anything. No. There is a task light that goes on your nightstand next to your bed that you want to be able to access very easily. Some people have a switch built in on the wall where they can just turn their lights on, or they have it, an automatic, they might have a remote control or something. That's always fun, but you lose the remote. But still, some people like that. They like gadgets. And me, I just keep a task lamp, a table lamp, the side of my bed where I can just easily turn the light on and turn it off. So it's easily controllable, and my room has plenty of light. And in fact, so much light that I rarely turn on my overhead light, because I would prefer that I had that soft lighting in the room when I'm moving around, when I'm not really doing too much and I'm relaxing. I don't want the overhead on. I want the soft side task lighting. Another kind of lighting that you can add to a bedroom or any space is accent lighting. So 3 types of lighting in the layers of lighting that you add to a space. There's overhead, there's task that is easily accessible, and then there's accent. Accent is going to be your can lights, it's going to be candles, it's going to be any twinkling little sconces and stuff like that. Kids nowadays like to add their fluorescent string lights all over stuff. That's also an accent lighting. That is just another layer of lighting, okay? So the 4th most important thing in a room that I feel is important is textures. I enjoy mixing textures and different things. So for instance, I might have a leather chair. My bed is made of velvet. I might have a faux fur in the room. I have nice, clean, crisp cotton sheets that don't give a lot of energy, but they definitely add in the layers of texture. I have Mongolian fur on my pillows. I have different tweeds and quilted pillowcases on my bedding. So all of those things mixed with the mirror and the wallpaper and the things that you have in your room, add texture and layers, and it makes it exciting. The eye kind of stops at all the little things, even though the color isn't changing. So it feels calming and it feels rich, even though there's a lot of things in here that don't cost a lot of money. But together, they look good, and they're gonna add to the value and the look of your space, and especially your bedroom. You're gonna feel like, the way that you feel, you'll never know until you do it. And then once you feel that, you'll understand what to do to achieve it, okay? So that's how you feel when you go to a hotel or some nice expensive lodge, or I don't know, Airbnb or place that you stay. They've done all the layering. So when you leave there, you don't even realize the things that were in that room that fed your spirit and your energy. But you'll feel it, and then you'll always want it, and you'll know how to get it. The last thing that I want to talk about is accessorizing. Accessorizing is all the fun. It's all the personality. It's the jewelry in the piece. It's all the things that make you really, that really shine. So whether you like table books, whether you like, you know, nice girly things or masculine man things. Some guys like, you know, punching bags in their room, things that bring in your personality and kind of give you your piece, whatever that is. You can add them to the room and the tablescapes. So the accessories that I always run to first are plants or flowers or things that soften up the space. I usually have a lot of hardscapes and hard things in the room. Like I have a lot of dressers and nightstands and dressers, and there's a TV, and then, you know, there's the paint, and there's just a lot of hardscape in the room because all of my nightstands and tables and such are mirrors. So it makes it extra hard, right? It's reflective and it's hard. So I always like flowers and greenery and things that you can sit next to these things, juxtaposed to it, so that it kind of softens everything up. I have not been a connoisseur of real plants my whole life, but I'm starting to get more into them. So every now and then I'll add real flowers, but I always do a faux flower or a floral or greenery in the room. Okay, so that's one thing that I do for accessories. Another accessory that I often run to is a tray. A tray for me on any tablescape kind of pulls everything together and gives everything somewhere to live. Kind of like an area rug in a bedroom or in a living room. You put everything on the area rug and it defines the space. Well, that's the same thing a tray does for a table. So I like to put little doodads and my flowers or a rug or a lamp or my books and put everything on top of a tray, and it just sets it up so nicely. And one of the fun things that I like to always put in a room, especially when I can't think of anything else, is a bar. Any kind of bar or a barscape, and also lives on a tray anywhere on a tablescape, or a small roller bar that you can put in a room. It's always cool to have a bar in your room. I mean, why have to go anywhere to have a cocktail? I'm not one to drink every day or even every week, but something about a bar setup just makes me feel festive and happy, and like I can just go get that little glass of happiness and make it even more anytime I get ready. Plus, it's always so pretty to have a little bar, decanters and glasses. I don't know what it is about that, but I like to have that in my space, and it feels so, I don't know, Hugh Hefner kind of cool, suave kind of thing, little 007 action going on. So I don't know, I like it. That's what I would say about accessories, so you should try it. So that concludes my video for today. If you have any comments or have some things that go into your bedroom that maybe I can use, or I didn't hit on any of those things that you use, comment below, because I want to hear about it, and maybe I'll be able to use it and add it into my design, maybe. You never know. And also, if you're interested in everything I have to say and these tips were useful, be sure to subscribe, push that button below, get me in your life, and follow me on Instagram if you're not already. I'm at Eddie Home and Life Unstyled and Eddie_home. Okay? Hope to see you guys soon. Thank you for stopping by.